It's difficult. It's difficult getting, as I think it is for anyone who has to, present themselves through the kind of the filter of the media. The hardest thing is just coming across as you are. That's the hardest thing. And if you actually care about what people think about you, which is sort of almost the worst thing you can be afflicted with if you're someone who is constantly in public eye, actually caring what people think about you, it's the last thing you want to do. So yeah, that for me is the only difficult thing. Everything else is a joy.
The thing we're really good at is sitting down with our instruments. We're still really not 100% sure how you do the rest of it, so we do kind of muddle through. And but sitting down with our instruments, things just happen. We make records by turning up in the studio and sitting down with our instruments, and the record happens. Obviously, there's a little more to it than that. Not quite giving
no.
That
is totally right, though. But it is right. It's totally right, and that's all it should be. Look, that's all it is. Music is only made at that moment by the people making it, whoever they are. It doesn't really matter who it is. It's just what happens when anyone is together. It's either good or it's bad, And we're blessed with being able to sit down together and actually be good.
I mean, God knows why we find that easy.
Who can sit down and make good music together? It's not.
If there's enough time, we can make a good record. But that isn't true of lots of the other aspects of being in a band. We still really haven't been able to distance ourselves from the criticism and the media and stuff, which is something you really need, after 10, 12 years, however long it is, something we really should have got a handle on.
I know, we've failed miserably in that way. We've failed miserably, and we see people like Coldplay who are so much better than we are at handling the press. Radiohead, even Oasis are better than us. They know how to. They don't give a shit. Oasis are one level where they don't give a shit. Coldplay are the other extreme, and Radiohead, they all seem to be able to handle it so much better than we do, and it's like, why are we so crap? Why? Because we're good musicians, we're good at what we do, and we have a value and a worth, but when it comes to actually presenting ourselves, we're terrible, and always have been, and will be. It's just, it's you just have to accept it, isn't it? Just basically shut up, get on with what you do, and stop moaning.
Does anybody read interviews with bands anymore?
I just look at the pictures.
Yeah, totally.
No, but it's almost that's immaterial. It's just how that reflection of yourself comes across. You either make a policy where you don't read any press whatsoever. But then again, if you don't read any press, then you shouldn't watch television. And if you don't watch television, God, what an amazing! I mean, William Orbit's on a news diet, isn't he? Where whatever kind of person is advising him at this particular moment in time has recommended that he only watches the news once a week because it's killing him. The news is killing him. But there is a certain, you know what I mean? It's like, there is actually an extraordinarily good bit of advice.
How relevant am I in 2002? 2000, is that the time?
Oh, no. He does come out of them occasionally, doesn't he? Is that the time?
Well,
oh Lord,
you don't know until the record's made now, and I think it's a success. Whether the rest of the world agrees with me remains to be seen. But if if it helps you understand how you feel, then it's relevant. Ambulance is a really unusual track. Sonically, it's like a massive journey, really.
I mean, we've probably made about 3 records, of which this is the latest kind of photocopy of it. because Ambulance started off as a very different. I mean, pretty much all the tunes have a different genesis to what they are now.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just we really, for the first time ever, and I don't know why that was, but we were never satisfied with something, and we were always prepared the next day to come in and try it again. And that's the first time that we've ever really done that, I think.
It was kind of languishing in the backwaters for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We started it, then left it for quite a long
I
time.
can't remember how it actually started. I mean, I know how it started. It had the din, 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 and the
Yeah.
harmonies and the vocal.
But it was the one where we slammed the door. We had that door slamming thing going on at the end for ages, and it was on the
Oh, God, yeah, it had a
it was on
long...
the demo CDs for a long,
Yeah.
long time like that. And then we
It'd be good to take all of those bits back
yeah.
and listen to them.
I still got it in the car. Listened to it.
It'll take you a year to listen to it all, though. That's
Yeah.
the thing.
Yes, I started off. A lot of the tracks kind of went way out there, and then got
Yeah.
kind of reined back in again, and that was one of them. I mean, it's still
It was
actually
like
way out there.
landing a pike. And it's like, whoa, and then you've got to let it swim off again.
It screams out to be the first track on the record.
Yeah,
really.
it was
It's kind
always
of-
an opener. Like even like when it was a demo, you know, before, you know, wasn't it? It was like always the first thing.
And then when the bit at the end appeared, where it all just starts going Stevie Wonder, it started to sound like somebody in the back of an ambulance being rushed through a nightscape in a city, you know. And it just sort of sounds like an ambulance to me.